that swings her eyes back and forth. She's got crazy eyes. But she's missing her eyelash on one side. We'll just take the other one off. They say, some people say to add a little oil, but I've also heard that's an incredibly bad idea because it's just a temporary fix. I am just going to take this off, and I know some people are saying, well, you could save that, and I might try to save some of the wig, but the thing is a lot of it is missing. There's a lot of it. This is very old. Let's see, this is 2014, and this was done in the 30s or the 40s. So this is kind of cool. So I'll clean this off. This is just very brittle. Now, she does not have, I don't know how the heck they got those eyes in originally. I think I will just leave it as being incredibly impressed by them for getting those in. So I'm saving everything in my cat's sleep bowl, but she's not here right now. So I think she might actually like the smell of mohair. I'm going to put wood filler in any cracks, and I don't have to worry about the paint or anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the wood filler in. I haven't seen wood filler suggested anywhere else. I've heard people suggest joint compound, but when I read that the composite is made often of sawdust, and I think sawdust mixed with glue, and I'm pretty sure this one's looking like sawdust to me, I figured I'm just going to use wood filler, Elmer's wood filler, which I use pretty frequently. At an angle when you have to cut open to the nib to let the stuff out. And that's mostly just to help me push it in there. But I don't know about joint compound, which is the thing that I saw most often recommended for this. This is a little bit gritty, so I'm still going to use it, but I'm wondering if maybe joint compound is a little bit less gritty. So right there, I put too much on. It's kind of lumpy, but right here I have some barely damp towels, and I'll just clean it off. And I could wait and do that later after it's dried. I could just sand it. This will just make it a little bit easier. As I'm doing this, now that I've taken the doll apart, I'm actually thinking one of the reasons the arms weren't setting right is because the hooks aren't really, they've been kind of misshapen, so I'm thinking maybe when she was restrung, maybe the hooks got twisted. So I'm going to, I don't have the correct pliers where I'm working today, but I'm going to go and try to get them closer to the way the leg hooks are. I've repainted all the pieces. I painted over the eyes. They still open and shut. I couldn't find any way to fix the crystallization of the celluloid eyes. These are okay. These are fine. After I painted them, the matte paint was getting a little, not scratches on it, but if it hit anything metal, it would get a little mark. So I actually also painted this, or covered this over with some matte finish polymer varnish. This is the same piece of elastic. I would probably have to order new elastic, so I'm trying to make this one work, and it's actually, this is the piece that I lost. I lost about 3 inches from it. It's too short to pull. This might be too tight, and I might have to give up on this as well. What I did was I tied a knot in it. It was too short to fall down naturally. So usually you can make a hook. None of the wire I have here in my workplace is strong enough, but I have some wire that I use to make fairy wings, it's a very soft aluminum wire. So I wasn't able to use it as a hook, but I wrapped it around kind of as an extender. I've pulled one down here, and now I've got that end secure. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to see if my fingers, I can pull, yep, I can just reach and get this one down. Some people string it through, attach one leg, and then go fishing for this one. But again, as I don't have a hook, I'm just going to use these, you can use dowels, these are paintbrushes. Alright, so here she is again. A little bit tighter than before. But these legs, it's probably not going to be so bad because this does extend it by an inch or so. So now I'm just going to go in. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but I'm just going to hook it over where that extends. And then I'm just going to pull out. I'm going to slowly let it back into its socket. And that's one leg. And it's not as tight as it was because of that extension, so that's good. So here's her other leg. I'm going to take the wire out now just because it's getting a little tighter. The reason I did the legs first was because this is a longer distance to have to thread the elastic through. So the arms hopefully shall be easier. So I got my big old ugly knot here. I'm going to do the same thing where I hook, whoopsie, I hook her leg in. And let me just slide this out and slowly let it in and twist it around. That looks good. So this time I'm going to have a stick attached already. I guess we can get rid of that. And I'm going to thread it through. And I'm probably going to hit the elastic in there, so I'm just using my fingers to reach around. Stick the stick through. To get through. And I bet you're saying it'd be better without that. The pencil I'm using, which just happens to be here, is actually older than this doll. Because it's kind of like, I need it after the Civil War. It has a really, whoopsie. Well, I have to rebend it again. These are not official doll making equipment. I'll have to edit out this if my big head's in the way. Ah! Success. What you do to find the right size is you measure around the head. This doll was 11.5 inches, so her wig needs between an 11 to 12 size wig.